NewsRadio.com, 971talk.com/Dana. My very good friend, Dr. Eric Nepute, is in studio with me. He's the host of Wellness Matters. Sundays, 3 to 4. It airs right here on FM News Talk 97.1. And you can go to 971talk.com/Wellness Matters for more information. I've been calling him my rock doc because I've been going to him for wellness, which for the longest, I don't know how many people actually go for wellness visits anymore. That's something I remember when I was younger, when we were all younger, that was like par for the course. You would do that regularly. But now, healthcare has changed so much that sort of preventative care, that wellness checkup, that doesn't happen anymore.
Now, we don't even live in a world anymore where wellness is, I mean, it's thrown out all over, but it's just, you know, Walgreens has wellness, but what does that mean? You know, wellness should really be prevention, really getting to the cause of the problem. We live in a world right now that there's a pill for every ill, there's a potion for every problem, and it's a joke, man, and it's just going to get worse.
Yeah,
you know
exactly, exactly. And that's like the reflexive, that's the knee-jerk reaction that everybody has. You and I have talked about some of my experiences with, you know, some doctors. Like, I've been playing musical pediatricians for a little bit because everyone's just like, well, let's just prescribe this, let's just prescribe that. You know, schools are like, oh, this kid has, you know, ADHD, let's just do all. And it's just, that's the reflexive knee-jerk reaction. Everyone wants to slap a Band-Aid on it.
You know, one of the biggest problems is that we call our healthcare system healthcare, which is a totally oxymoron. It's a sick care system. We manage the symptoms and diseases, that's it. We're not concerned about the cause of the problem. You know, and healthcare has done a great job of almost being like the Wizard of Oz. Remember that scene in the Wizard of Oz when Toto went behind the curtain and pulled back the curtain? It's so simple to get sick people healthy, but we make such a big deal out of it. We spend $2.7 trillion with a T, trillion dollars a year on healthcare, and we're getting ready to double or quadruple that. You think it's going to get better?
No.
It's not. It's totally not.
And I look at the Medicaid expansion that's taking place in state by state. Missouri's fighting it, but how is that? When I look at how Obamacare was, and you've talked about this so much on your show, which airs on Sundays, the president and so many individuals who were selling this healthcare policy, it seemed at the time like they were focusing on preventative care. But then when you actually look at the meat and potatoes of it, that's one of the first things that gets cut. The iPad board, they were telling women under 50, just forget about your breast cancer screenings and your mammograms. That's just one example. How is this going to affect wellness and preventative care? And then won't that just actually encourage sickness?
Well, that's the thing is the things that you're talking about are things that we know about. You know, I've got thousands of doctor colleague friends of mine all over the country that are scared to death about what's going to happen because we're getting tools taken away from us every day to prevent your kids from having sickness and disease, to prevent you from having sickness and disease. And you're absolutely right. What's happening right now, they're cutting the... It blows my mind trying to think about the deal.
I know.
You know?
No, and you were telling me when I went into your, because I've been telling you guys because I travel so much and I take my vitamins, and I work out and I work with Complete Nutrition, and then before I travel I also visit Dr. Nepute because I'm traveling this weekend, traveling next weekend, and he makes sure that I'm topped off and I'm ready to go. And it's not just me that people, you know, everyone should out there should go and go to a wellness clinic and go visit Dr. Nepute. But you were telling me about this documentary called Doctored. I haven't watched it yet. I have it. I'm gonna have some time when I travel this weekend, and I'm gonna watch it. Tell me a little bit about this because this is sort of exactly what you talk about in your program and what your profession really is.
Well, you know, I feel that knowledge is power, and I think that's what we try to do every Sunday in our program. Is we want to empower people so they can make informed decisions. That's what it's all about. You know, we need to know what your options are. And the documentary, Doctored, is the first of two movies that was produced by a gentleman by the name of Jeff Hayes, who just did my show last Sunday for his new movie called Bought. And the premise behind Doctored is, look, all the healthcare that's going on, it talks about alternatives. There's literally scenes on there that talk about people that have had cancer, that have been told there's nothing that can be done for them. MS, Parkinson's, all kinds of diseases that they were told by the standard medical model that there's no help for you, and they literally went to other alternative sources and were treated and were cured and were healed. And it's not me saying this, that's the documentary saying that. And the cool thing about Doctored is it shows the alternatives. It opens up people's minds about what else options are out there. And then the second movie he's doing right now, which is in pre-production, called Bought, talks about, literally, in the title of it, I love it, Dana, it's the title is Your Healthcare Brought to You by Wall Street, Bought. What you don't know about Big Pharma, AMA, and GMOs, what you don't know will kill you. It's pretty crazy stuff. You really need to check it out. And you can actually go, it's on Amazon. I believe you go to Amazon and get it, or you can go, just Google Doctored.
Well, you gave me a DVD.
I gave you.
Yeah, so I'm
you
going to
watch it.
I'm
telling you, that'll be probably 2 weeks of airtime for you.
And that's the thing, because a lot of the alternatives that you talk about and a lot of the things that you do at your wellness center as well, these are things that, again, it's like we've gotten into, oh, you're sick, you go to the doctor, you wait till you get sick, you go to the doctor, they give you this. And as I was telling you before you came on air with me, we could talk about this for a week straight, 24/7.
Days.
It's frustrating. So
it is frustrating, Dana, because the reality of it is that when someone's sick, medicine is when you have a blood test that shows this test result or you've got this symptom, you're supposed to take this drug. It's a matching game, And the reality of it is all you need to do is dig into the structure, the function, and the nutrition. You get that cleared up, and 90% of all problems will go away.
Right. Yeah.
Across the board.
Are you worried about October 1st, the first of Obamacare kicking in?
So here's what I'm concerned about. I know that because what we do has such a demand that even if people had to pay 100% cash, they would. They would. But what I'm scared of is going in the room and saying to the little bitty old lady who's on a fixed income, saying, listen, I found the cause of your problem. We can help you what no one else can. However, the problem is now your insurance isn't going to cover this. And you not only have to pay higher premiums every year, but now you got to pay cash for what we're going to do for you. And she's going to cry because she can't afford that. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have to listen to Dr. Nepute's show. It airs every Sunday 3 to 4 here on FM News Talk 97.1. And you can go to 971.com/wellness, not wellness center, wellness. What's your website?
Go to Nepute Wellness, Nepute Wellness. Just Google that. You can Facebook us, Twitter us. All that's on Nepute Wellness Center.
And you guys have to go and check them out. I don't know. I'm like so glad that Kane was telling me about you. Oh, I'm so glad that he recommended you. I told you I ran a 6:30 mile and I was like goofing the whole time after I went in and I got my vitamins and I was all topped off and I ran in and I was like throwing cars around in the parking lot.
Health is an amazing thing, Dana. When people get to experience it, most people don't know what it feels like to be healthy.
That's right. That's crazy to me. Dr. Eric Nepute, as always, you're welcome back anytime.
Thanks, Dana.
Take care.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
folks, third hour on the way. Keep it right here.